What's going on, everybody? My name is Harrison Bevins and I'll be coming out with weekly videos, so if you'd like to see more of my stuff, please click the subscribe button and the little bell icon so you can be notified when I make new content. Today I want to talk about something that I think all of us have thought about before, and that is how to find your passion. I think at least in Western culture and the places that I grew up with, we are bombarded with these messages of follow your dreams and follow your passion and do what you love. But I think, as we all know, that is not so simple. So maybe you're in high school right now and you are trying to figure out what you want to study in college and you have no idea. Maybe you're in college right now and you already have a major, but you have no idea what you're gonna do after you graduate. Or maybe you're like me, where you have already graduated and you have a job, but you absolutely hate what you're doing and you don't know what you want to do next. So I want to tell you a little bit about my situation and how I have finally found my passion and have gotten to where I am today. So when I was in university, I was studying film for my first year. Film was my passion. Film was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a film director. But after my first year of college, I quickly realized that I was going to amass a huge amount of student loan debt and graduate with a degree in film, which did not guarantee a job as a film director at all. So I made a logical decision and I changed my major to business and specifically finance. And I only did this because I knew that I could potentially get a job that would make me a lot of money. So that was very important, just to make a lot of money and pay off all the student loan debt that I just accumulated. So I got into business and got into some of these finance classes, and I learned that I actually enjoyed some of the concepts. I enjoyed the mathematical aspect of it and tried to convince myself that I was passionate about this. And so I graduated and I got a job in finance as a financial analyst. And for the first couple of months, I was telling myself that this was awesome, this was what I was passionate about, this is what I was supposed to do. But ultimately, the truth always comes out. And the truth was that I actually was very unhappy at where I was at. I was working an office job, working long hours, sifting through spreadsheets, reading financial statements, and when people told me about this is what I was going to be doing, I convinced myself that it sounded exciting, but what I was really doing was just basically selling the image to myself and listening to what other people were selling rather than listening to what was actually inside my own head. So I eventually had to make a change, and that's when I quit my job. So through this process, I found the anti-passion. And the anti-passion was being in an office on somebody else's time. I knew that whatever I was going to do next, it was going to be on my time and I was going to be in control. And so I had already seen some people who were making money online through various ways, such as freelance copywriting, and I knew that this could be a potential outlet for me. I just wanted to be able to have the freedom to work on something that was my own, and something that would allow me the freedom to work and travel at the same time. And this was one of those things. So I left the US, I came to China, and basically was just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what would stick. And I stumbled upon Shopify dropshipping, and this is when a light bulb just went off. Because I found something that was scalable, but also had a creative aspect to it, and I thought that this is something that I might like. And so I spent several weeks putting together a store, and when I got my first sale, I was addicted, and I knew that was it. My passion was creating an online scalable business, and ultimately what I've learned throughout the last 2 years of being in China is that a passion is not such a black and white thing. It's not always just a topic of interest like skiing or snowboarding or drawing or video games, but finding your passion really has to do with the process. What types of tasks are you comfortable with doing every single day? What type of things would you like to work on and you can see yourself doing over and over and over again, and eventually enjoying the outcome at the end of the project or the end of the road. For me, working on these product businesses and watching them come together, coordinating with suppliers and web designers and package designers and advertising people, and being in control of that whole process, I realize is very fun for me, and I'm very addicted to making it work and building this thing that people are willing to buy. So through this process, I've found that my passion actually has nothing to do with sitting in an office and working through spreadsheets. So the important thing really is to think about what are the things that you can do every single day and that you'd be totally okay with doing. You might be, if you're in school now and there's people coming to recruit you and they're pitching you their engineering jobs or their finance jobs or their accounting jobs, you need to think really, really hard about if you're prepared to sit in a desk and stare at numbers for 16 hours a day. I know that this stuff isn't hard, but I really challenge and encourage you to think deep and hard about what type of things you can picture yourself doing. This isn't going to be an overnight epiphany for most of you, and sometimes it takes a big dramatic change like quitting your job and moving across the world. But that's what it took for me, and all I knew was that I had to get out of my current situation, and if I kept in that job, if I stayed in that job, that I would have never found what I wanted to do. I would have never found what I had a passion for. And so with that, guys, I really hope that you got something out of this video, and I hope that you guys are moving forward towards finding your passion, or maybe you're already working on your passion, and that's fantastic. I'd love to hear what you guys are working on now, and maybe some of the trials and tribulations of working your way towards finding your passion. So please comment down below and let me know what's on your mind, and if you guys have any questions. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.